Good morning from St. Louis, Missouri, where it is just raining cats and dogs. I went and grabbed my sweater. I did a video over on TikTok and I'm like, I am freezing. The temperature must be dropping, which I'm hoping it means snow is on the way. Drinking a little bit of coffee this morning because honestly, there's not enough coffee in this world to keep me in momentum. Hang on. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Kitryn Marie. I reside in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm an artist, a writer, a speaker, a life and a business coach. And got a lot of things that I want to talk about, but just briefly, as a business coach, let me remind all of you, finish out this year like you started the year with the same intent, close out the year, not so much about worrying about the dollar amount that you may have made or may not have made, but about the content that you have created in regards to who you are, your identity, and the things that you have brought into your business that made you have more followers, people who are interested in who you are and what you're all about. I ran over to Sally Beauty yesterday. I flux between Sally Beauty and Ulta. There's not enough money to go around in Ulta, and in Sally Beauty I can make my dollars stretch. But with all of these filters and fun things that are over on TikTok, and I even think Instagram has a whole selection of filter. I don't use Instagram like I used to. And I'm trying to get back into using Pinterest again, using all social media to your advantage. But when you're trying to influence, when you are trying to bring a product to a person, so you can give a review, when you hashtag what you are using, so the companies, because their marketing team, their social marketing team, they go in and they put in the hashtag of what you are putting out there, and they see who the creator is. So yesterday when I ran over to Sally, I picked up some Twisted in Love mascara. I needed some new mascara, but I swear I'm going to go get false eyelashes just because all the filters, has a nice brush. All the filters, I want to know what I would look like in person in real time with false eyelashes. My eyelashes are pretty long, but it's the fun things. I changed up my hair this morning, trying to make it go a little darker for winter. When you have all that gray and you're trying to cover it, you got to do the tricks and find different tips to make your color last. I do think, though, I want to go a little bit more icy blonde. Maybe work in some of my natural gray. We'll see. But, with this year coming, change. Understand what it takes for you to have change in your life, like I had said in a video over on TikTok this morning. And if you're not following me over there, you should, because I got a bunch of nonsense going on over there. But once you decide that you want different in your life, you have to make a intentful, purpose-filled change that you are going to have to work at every day for the rest of your life till you get to the plateau in which you want to be. One of my very biggest pet peeves is somebody who uses their age as a reason why they cannot make change in their life. This past year, I have not let anything define my moves and my motives, because this past year I refound my purpose, I refound my mission, and I reconnected with my identity. It is okay to say, I am not living your life. I don't want to live your life. And if you choose to be a miserable human being, then go do it elsewhere. Because when you are trying to make big changes in your life, when you are trying to work on getting to an end goal, you cannot allow anybody to interfere with what that plan is when you know it's for your highest good. It's not your job to fix somebody else. It's not your job to deal with somebody else's demons because they don't want to face the fact of how they got to be in that position to begin with. Too many people settle. Too many people just give up. Too many people only operate in all or nothing, and they have lost the concept of what it takes to live in the matters of gray material, the things that, fill the hemispheres in your brain, the right brain, the left brain, and all that gray matter that makes you who you are. And although you might be hardwired a certain way, and if you are not even liking your own self, it is up to you to understand you can rewire your brain. We were all born a certain way. We were introduced into schools and into our family dynamics and genetics passed down to us. We are subject to society and environmental differences. A lot of us grew up in alcoholic and addicted families, and you're dealt with the dysfunction and the toxicities that you were taught you're supposed to live with, when in the reality you get to a certain point and it's up to you to really recognize why you are the way that you are. All or nothing is a byproduct of being an adult child of an alcoholic, because you don't know when the shoe's going to drop. You're always living in a hyper-vigilant state. You are constantly living in anxiety because you don't know what's going to happen. You are role-playing, and if you are not recognizing what that role-playing was when you get to be an adult, it continues. If you are in a dynamic of a family where there is narcissism, when the father has laid down the rule, he has been abusive mentally, emotionally, and physically, and you have been a byproduct of fear, the fear and the panic continue in your adult life, and it comes out in ugly, ugly ways. And it is up to you to recognize why you're in a panic state. What is triggering your anxiety? What is making you want to have control over another person, when in reality, you cannot be in control of somebody else's choices and life? It is up to the individual to choose what is best for their life. And as you are an adult and you are looking for adult relationships, whether it be platonic or relationship, it's about the correct one that is going to mesh and not going to have to trigger you to take steps back. I really, really want to talk a little bit more about these. And it would be so much easier if I had my audience in person when you're taking my vision board class, when we are talking about the way the brain works, the way that you have chosen, how you have allowed to settle, to compromise in a way that has not been healthy for your own life. We all are hardwired a certain way, but that does not mean that is how you have to continue your life. This past year with gaining my identity back, I am Kitryn Marie. I'm an artist. I'm a writer. I'm a speaker. I'm a teacher. I'm a photographer. I'm a life and a business coach. I teach a variety of art classes. I don't want someone in my world telling me that I can't do that because they need a buffer to get them through the rest of their life. I can't be with somebody who does not know how to provide their own self-soothing, healthy environment for their own self so they can blossom into the individual that they were meant to be the day that they were sent to this earth. We all have gifts and we all have talents, and it's those outside voices that make the worst choices in our mind, thinking we only have A or B when we have the rest of the alphabet that we can go through. And if you're allowing your age to hold you back, or your circumstance, or your life choices as an earlier, younger person, Or if you have said, well, I wasn't raised like that, or that's not what I'm familiar with. You know, you can go on the internet and you can learn absolutely everything. Do you know that it's all you have to do is speak to a few people, because every person you need is a third person away that might help you get to that other job, that other opportunity, that other house? I'm about this much closer to moving. This past year, I have worked my tail off in an outside entity so I could show income. You know, when you have somebody in your life that is expecting you to live the way that they live because it's comfortable for them, that is not an environment that you want to be in. You are entitled to your individuality. You are entitled to your own personality and your own identity. You are entitled to your own money, your own words, and not being fearful that you're going to rock the boat because somebody else is not on the same plane as you. You know, we talk about all these things in my vision board class. You know, there's the one that I have for East Tennessee. I have probably about 5 of them, and I'm getting ready come January. I'll start a whole new one on the property that I want to live on, because my end goal is to be able to teach on my property, to be able to have a small horse ranch where people can surrender their horses, where I can rescue horses and I can rehabilitate them to find better and good homes for them. You know, my Ruby girl is doing so well. I want to be able to buy a coat for her for the winter. You know, it's to teach. I see my mission. I see my purpose. And although one time somebody said you can't live on Candy Cane Lane, oh yes, I can. I can do whatever I want because I can co-create with the image that's in my head, allowing my words to manifest out to whoever else is sharing that same vibration that I am. I'm not afraid to do things on my own. I'm not afraid to take risk. I am not afraid of change. And we talk about these things again in my vision board class. If you are in the St. Louis, Missouri area and you would like to learn more on how you can change your life, how you can take the proper steps to get you out of that hardwired mindset that somebody else has told you that you cannot do, it's $35 a person. I come to you. You must have a minimum group of 10, up to 20 people. And we talk about choices. We talk about who your biggest influence was growing up. We talk about the things that you wanted to do and how environmental society told you you couldn't do it and you believed it. We talk about your limited belief system, because when you know you have potential within yourself, you have an unlimited amount of possibilities that you can have come into your life. If you can say it, you can create it. If you can see it, you can seek it out and you can find it. And what is meant for you will not go past you. It will be presented to you. The opportunity will come to you in ways that you could never, ever imagine. And I am living testimony. You know, when I started on this journey back in 2013, after being diagnosed with an illness, after being betrayed in the worst way that you could possibly be betrayed, you know, having to take a job I did not want to take, and starting with nothing, not a dollar to my name. And I still own my home. I still own my car. I own a horse. I am getting ready to move. I am reprogramming my classes to teach. You just have to have the desire, and you just have to have the knowing and the ability within self, making conscious choices that you are entitled to this wonderful, wonderful life. For today, for tomorrow, be happy, be blessed, be thankful for all the wonderful things that do come into your life. Remember, fate does turn on a dime, and only you get to decide what side of that coin you want to be on. If you would like to learn more, please email me at kitrynmarie@gmail.com. kitrynmarie.com. Sign up for my vision board class if you're interested in a painting class. I got a painting back there somewhere. It's $45 a person. You must have a minimum of 8. You being the 9th, you get yours free. I bring all the supplies to you. So I am Kitryn Marie. I do reside in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm an artist, a writer, a speaker, a life and a business coach. Wishing you all wonderful dreams for 2023, which is just right around the corner. You know, if snow is entered into your area, sit down with a journal. Write out the top 10 things that you want to change in your life. From the top 3, branch out the little steps that you can make, that you can see an instant change that you know that you were able to do. Because the more that you write things out and the more that you branch off of the things that you see, there's a way that becomes possible for you to bring them into fruition into your life. So y'all take care, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.